Hi, I'm Karina, and I'm the one who's a Sagittarius.
I'm Natalie, and I am a Cancer.
I'm Nikki, and I'm the Aries with Virgo moon and Virgo rising. Do you guys know your moon and rising?
I
No.
don't know what time I was born. Get this, the birth certificate in Germany does not have the time. So I
What?
can never do that. I can never find out my exact birth chart.
Get with it, Germany.
I know.
Whoa, I'm so sorry to hear that.
I know, me too.
I feel like I learned a lot in just this last 1 minute.
I know. I know.
I have a question. Okay. I am wondering how you ladies are feeling about midlife. Are we we're middle aged, right?
Yes.
So,
I once said something so mean to my parents.
yeah.
I had spent, they had come to visit me, and this one was when I was living in my littler condo. It was like 700 square feet. So it was, several years ago. But they came to visit me and they stayed with me in that little condo for like a week, maybe 10 days or something. So by the end of it, we were all a little bit, okay, maybe it's just me, it was a little bit. But at the time, they were trying to figure out where they were going to live as their kind of downsize house. And we looked at a place in, it doesn't even matter, but we looked at a place in Plymouth because I thought for a while maybe they come out here. But there were some older people living there. My parents were, so there's some older people living there. They're like, wow, we don't look that old. And I was like, well, no. He said, but no. And they said, we're middle aged. And I couldn't stop myself from saying, like, oh, you're going to live to be 130? Wait, because they were in their 60s. They were 65 at the time. It was very cruel.
That is not middle aged.
Well, to them, it was middle aged, but I think of middle age as being literally in the middle of your life. But I'm sure to be fair, probably when we are 65, we're going to be like, we're still young.
But
We're still in the
65 is
age.
technically the start of old age. It's young old.
Young
It's
old.
like the psychologist would know. Okay, so to be brutally honest, two of us are 45 and one of us is 44. You can guess which one's 44. I wish it was me. But anyway,
Because 6 months makes a
huge difference. It's very clear.
listen,
Very clear.
it might be. Anyway, so this is really middle aged, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of makes me sad because I never thought of myself as middle age, and now I do.
Didn't just this morning you say you wanted to live just to the age of
95. So it's not like is middle age 45 to 58?
Your middle age is 47 and a half years old.
Really? Is that it?
That's it.
But no.
Right there. You're gonna hit that, and then it's downhill from there, kid. Sorry.
But what makes you the most sad about being middle aged?
I think the feeling of I remember, okay, so I left home when I was 18 and I was the oldest of 6 kids. And so my parents were this age, probably a little bit younger. And I remember thinking how old my parents were, that they were so old. And now I'm like, oh, wait, that's me. I'm sure my kids think, oh, you're old, mom, right?
Yeah, but doesn't every kid think their parents are old?
But don't you think old now is different than old back then? Like, we even said it with the Bodyguard. Like, looking at Kevin Costner, he's supposed to be in his 30s. I'm like, he looked 50 compared to how 30-year-old.
The Golden Girls, the first couple of seasons, they were in their early 40s.
They look terrible.
They looked like they were in their late 60s.
We do age differently. Yeah, I think we treat ourselves and our bodies differently.
Do you think it's all the Korean skincare I'm buying?
Yes. We had to make sure we do another one of those tonight.
Oh, yeah. We've been trying to do masks, but
I will say most of the time I feel pretty decent.
Mhm.
But now I would say somewhere this year it snuck up on me where I noticed this a drooping. And now things are bothering me that never really bothered me, or my neck's not as great, or I don't normally feel bad. And then I'll see a photo of myself from not even that long ago, like 3 years ago, 5 years ago. I'm like, oh, wow, the changes are happening.
Don't you wish you'd appreciated how cute you were when...
You know what else I wish? I wish when I was younger, somebody told me, hey, you should start taking care of your skin now. You should start doing lotions now, moisturizers now. Like, I didn't know until I was well out of college. And my brother was like, hey, you should probably start. My brother was like, you should
Your
start.
gay brother.
Well, I know. But
Yeah.
still, he told me way too late.
Yeah,
But
I blame him too.
I was going to say it is all his fault. I think it's interesting that you're thinking about the wrinkles in the skin piece, because this year was the year. So I ran a half marathon in June, And I came away from that half marathon for the first time ever going, I think I'm too old for this. Like my knees hurt for the first time and it was mostly downhill. And I thought, I think that might have been my last half marathon. And I think that's the thing that's bothered me, like the aching body, because to me, I don't look at my face every day. So I'm kind of like, whatever. But the aching body parts, I don't like that.
I want credit for not inserting a dirty joke here about which of your body parts are aching. I am exercising restraint, and you're welcome. But know that it would have been very funny. See, I'm actually kind of surprised that you are not concerned about middle age, but because you've done so much with the first half of your life. You think how exhausted I am thinking about what I'm going to have to do with the second half. I would think you'd be like, now I can just coast a little bit. You have had 3 children. You have a 25-year marriage. You have gotten a doctorate. You've started a multi-million-dollar company. You have established a university. I mean, just listing it out makes me tired.
I don't know what to tell you about that, except for there's so much more for us to do. Don't you feel that way? Both of you?
Yes, I do feel like there's a lot of things on the horizon and like I'm not done with life. I think there's lots of big goals and I still feel like there's more excitement ahead for me than there is behind me. I still have that feeling. I think I'm struggling more with, it's so superficial what's bothering me. You know, it's not even like real deep, real life stuff. It's the superficial stuff. And I start thinking it's going to get worse and worse every year. And then I think, this is not even important stuff. Why does it bother me so much? But it does.
Yeah, but don't forget, too, that the technology gets better and better. I mean, look how great Jane Fonda looks.
Yeah.
Now, do you have to put in the money? Yes, absolutely. Do you have to find a really good surgeon? Yes, absolutely. Perhaps the saddest thing ever is that by the time we need that surgery, whoever did the surgery on Jane Fonda will be dead.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the easiest thing to fix. If you were at 45 and going, I don't know who I am as a person.
Yeah.
And that's actually, quite frankly, that's certainly fair to be exploring that question at any point.
Yeah, I feel like in midlife, it seems like, or at least when I was younger, I thought, oh, we'll have everything like figured out. I know what I'm doing with my life, things. And now I feel like more unsteady than ever.
Yes, I agree with that. I feel very much, yeah. So actually, my last comment
Rocky
was probably
ground.
more, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think in terms of decisions I've made and, people I've dated, that kind of thing, I feel like it really is well into my 40s before I really had a good understanding of the mistakes I made and why I made those mistakes and all those kinds of things. But I do agree that right now, and we were talking about this, I think right now for me and a bit for you, Natalie, less so for you, Karina, but there's always the opportunity, right? But an opportunity for some real reinvention and kind of going, okay, let's wipe a lot of this stuff clean and go, okay, what are we starting with? Like, I know that certainly my business will continue moving forward, but I just sold my townhouse and I didn't sell it to buy something else. I sold it to go, okay, where am I heading next? Now, fun surprise, my mom is having bypass surgery. So where I'm going next is to a townhouse in Wisconsin. But I mean, that's temporary. After that, who knows?
I guess that's part of the reason we're doing this podcast, though, because the two of you guys are in big reinvention stages. And if I were on the outside, I'd be so curious about what's going on.
Girl, you knock on wood. You never know. I was not expecting to be in a reinvention phase either.
Let's hope. You guys, we need one of us not in a reinvention.
We need a stable person. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But, so it's absolutely scary and never anything I think people plan on happening, but there's some excitement around it. I feel like now I have more confidence or less kind of give up than I did when I was younger. So I feel more like I can make the decisions I really want to for me versus other people maybe. So I don't know. There's good things I think in midlife.
Do you think that's based on your personality? Because Natalie, one of the best things about you and probably also one of the hardest things is you are very giving to other people. And do you think that's why you need to kind of take a little bit more control?
Yeah, I think so. I think I give of myself really easily, but I like that. But I think if I'm not careful, then I could just lose myself. And so this is like an opportunity to figure out how much of myself do I want to give, and how do you decide? I don't know, this is going to sound horrible, but like, how do you decide who's worthy of getting it?
I think that's not horrible, a very reasonable and important question to ask, especially I think you tend to default to that, but I think women, to make a sweeping generalization, I think women tend to be giving more in general. So I think it's really important to ask that question of, is this person worthy of everything that I'm putting into this? And not just relationships, but friends, acquaintances, God, especially acquaintances, kids. Which of your kids are you going to stop taking care of? You know,
All three of them. All three. Well, two are in college, so I am going through a weird transition on my own. But to be totally fair, I think the transitions you guys are more exciting on the plus side. They're super exciting. Like sometimes I look at what you guys are doing and I'm like, oh, that would be so fun to do those things. Like I kind of look at Nikki selling her house and having total freedom as like, oh my gosh, like the world's my oyster. I could do whatever I want. And then Natalie, she hasn't said what's happening with her. I don't feel like I should, but I think same thing actually, like total freedom, but you don't because you have a darling dog that you want to keep in the same spot. So
Nico, I am tied to Nico and I'm happy about that. So, but that is not total freedom right now. But yeah,
but still relative freedom.
Oh,
as
yeah.
long as you can. I mean, it's so like you can't maybe travel overseas for 6 months, but
right.
get in the car and go to the northwest of the United States. I don't know why that's the way that I spoke the words are done in the Northeast. Just if that seems really remember what states are up there. But yeah, I think you have that freedom. Maybe it's just geographically a little bit more limited.
But I think there's lots of good that comes in midlife too.
Oh, I think there's lots of good right now because imagine how we were when we were 20. I think we let everyone walk all over us.
Yes.
And we weren't sure of ourselves and we weren't sure what we were going to do with our lives. I know that while you guys are in transition, you're figuring out what you want to do, but you've already done so many things. It eliminates a lot of things. So it actually, I know Nikki wants to travel a lot. We've all traveled quite a bit. And it's like, oh, like I've been to some places. I know how I want to travel and where I want to travel. I think, right, Nick?
Yeah.
So I mean, I still think this is better than being, I mean, while I would love my 20-year-old skin, I don't think I'd want my 20-year-old brain.
Yeah, correct.
This is so much better.
Yeah. Also, I feel like we have more opportunity to do things like this. Be in a beautiful, your second home, Karina, with, beautiful views and great friendships. And I mean, I had great friends, but never deep conversations or growth mindset or anything like that. That wasn't something that was happening in my 20s.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I was in grad school my whole 20s, but I don't think in grad school you're talking about growth mindset.
You're just trying to get through grad school.
Yeah.
Trying to
You too, right?
Yeah. Okay, I have a follow-up question. Can I? Okay. How do you think we would be as 80-year-olds?
Oh, very fun. Because if we don't give a buck at 45, can you imagine what we're going to be like at 80?
Amazing. I only have one request, and that's Nikki to watercolor some Cheetos in a blue bowl again when she's 80. And let's just see how close it is to the original.
Probably going to be just as excellent.
Make sure you're subscribed now so that you can find out how we all turn out. It already had years. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like generally, I feel like the learning that I have done about myself and about what matters and all of that over the last, even over the last like 5 years has been so much more than in the first 40.
Right.
It's
like compounding.
Yes. So I can only imagine that as we get older and as we leave behind ideas of the way we thought life had to be and the way we thought we had to be and where we had to be and with whom we had to be, that I can only imagine that it's going to get, and it's going to be scary sometimes and rocky sometimes, but I very much hope that it's going to be I don't know, just more exciting, even more interesting, and more grounded in what actually matters versus stupid shit like I have to be married by 30 and I have to,
Right.
all that stuff.
What is one quality or trait you want to make sure you take with you when you're in your 80s that you have right now?
I am always very proud of not proud, I guess, but I am delighted by my own irreverence. I will take certain things seriously, but other things I'm like, nah, I really can't, So I hope that I still maintain that attitude toward things.
I hope you're still funny.
I know. I was going to say that your wittiness carries the conversation.
Right.
I never know where we're headed.
Yeah.
I'm usually going to be told that I think too much about sex from Nikki. So, I have literally never said that. But I will point out how often you do bring it up in conversation. I see what I say.
Is that the thing you want to bring with you into your 80s?
Man,
Vibrant sex life.
That be great? So, someone who's 80, will you please let us know how it goes?
Listen, first of all, talk to 80-year-old every day.
Oh, yeah. Tell us, Natalie.
Listen, you can have a vibrant sex life.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
You don't stop wanting to be sexually active just because you turned a certain age.
Mm-hmm. A lot of retirement
stigma.
Yes,
retirement communities have
big problems with STDs.
That is correct. And if you're a man, you're really getting it because it's mostly women there. And so whenever a man goes into one of those communities, it's like, hey, fresh meat.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can still take that with you.
All right. I like it.
That's it.
I'll take it. No, I don't know what I want to really take in my 80s. What do you think, Natalie?
Like for me?
Yeah.
I would want to take my joy for music and dancing. Like I still want to be, when a good song comes on, I still want to light up and be able to move.
Yeah, true story. I think part of the way I knew that you guys could be my friends forever is in the middle of, was it February or August? Like some not Christmas month. We were in one of our rooms singing and dancing to Mariah Carey's, what was it?
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, I was like, who's singing it? Anyway, it was so fabulous. And I was just like, these are my people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so good. Also, just watching The Bodyguard with Nikki and Natalie, you guys, worth it. Worth it. They sang every line to that song, to all the songs as they came on. Then we listened to the soundtrack when we were done with The Bodyguard.
Yeah, which sounds very annoying, and it probably was.
Actually was not.
I mean, it sounds like we should probably end this podcast with Nikki and I singing.
It was that good, you guys.
What?
The whole movie. You know what? I am dying because I think every podcast episode we've done so far has included the Bodyguard.
Well, there we have the name of the podcast. The Bodyguard. Have you seen The Bodyguard? Would you like to see The Bodyguard? Thoughts on The Bodyguard? Medications on The Bodyguard. Sponsored by Nikki. Your version came out 33 years ago.
And we'll be back next week with more talk of the Bodyguard.
Yeah, the singing was excellent. There wasn't much dancing last night. I would give that only a C, guys.
Oh, okay. You like our moves.
I love the moves.
Got nothing else.
Okay, so what are you going to take you with? Oh, you're going to take the dancing?
Yeah, my desire for music and dance. I don't know, the joy that comes from a good song and dance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know what I take with me, you guys. I'm assuming I'm getting all of the things I have right now. So, I think I'm hoping I'll have grandbabies, not right grandbabies by the time, just at least grandbabies. They're maybe a little bit older. Can I take that with me?
You can't take things that don't already exist.
Wasn't talking about qualities and traits you have. Maybe your just nurturing side, like wanting to care for and take care and make delicious food for people.
I'll take the nurturing side. Oh, you know what I want to do in my old age? I'd like to throw lots of parties.
Yeah, really.
I love
awful times.
So that's parties. I like throwing parties.
It's just attending parties. Sign me up. Yes. But that's why we're friends.
Because if we both threw parties all the time, then it would be a competition.
There you go.
But instead, you'll just attend all of my parties.
Can we throw a What a Way to Go themed party?
Oh my gosh, we
That would
have
be
got to talk
amazing.
about that.
Yes, that's so good.
Okay, so I was on Instagram and I always get old movies. So I get like Singing in the Rain, and I got a couple on What a Way to Go. So it's been like tucked away in my head that I would watch it. And when I mentioned it to Nikki and Natalie, this is the best thing about them. They were like, sure, let's watch it. And then Natalie created a sheet where we could rate the men and rate the outfits.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go watch that again. It was so good. When I say so good, I mean, it wasn't actually so good, but the clothing and the men, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the actual story was pretty mediocre. But Shirley MacLaine was so adorable.
Yes.
So adorable.
So cute.
I would like to know, we should look this up. Like, I would like to know how Paul Newman feels about being in that movie. You know that he's like, I did this because I needed money, or I did this because I owed somebody a favor.
I have a follow-up podcast we should do about this conversation.
Okay.
And it's this idea. So Shirley MacLaine in that movie, her styles changed depending on the man that she was with, really, right? And the lifestyle she was. I think it would be fun to talk about reinventing ourselves and how that would look.
Yeah.
Like fashion-wise.
Although, like, so she was walking out of the house, she would default to those cute little cuff jeans, and that was button down.
Blue jeans.
And she had like overalls the one time that what's his face died, and then she had, I mean, like everyone died, but you know, it was like a genie look.
Yeah.
Jean look every time she defaulted back. But come on, how fabulous was she? Who was she with?
Robert Mitchum.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was the best guy too.
He was
right?
guy.
Yeah.
Like the best backless dress, that gorgeous silver dress.
Yeah. One of my top 3 was with the really awful guy, Pinky.
Oh, Jean.
Oh, because you loved his swimsuit.
I loved that swimsuit.
It was a lacy, long sleeve top and then bottom. That was incredible. I think, so we talked about this. We should throw a What a Way to Go party. As everybody could come in an outfit from that movie.
You know what other theme party I've always wanted to throw? Rock of Ages party. Have you ever seen the Rock of Ages movie with Tom Cruise?
Maybe.
It's horrible. But the characters in there are fantastic. That would be a fun theme party.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Add it to the list.
Yeah, I know. And also, I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
I think it might have years ago.
Listen, it didn't make any lists, but I loved it. I love the ones that don't require you to think very much. But Tom Cruise in there was like...
So the Bodyguard, the Way to Go.
These are all up my alley. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, let's take a break.
Okay, I think that sounds good.
Bye.